Okay, here I am. I think everything should be working. We're in the wrong one, but that's fine. Just making sure OBS, everything is fine. Yes, I know there's no other audio right now. Right. And this is also here. Should be working at any time now. Where is it? Here. Let me just unpause it. Okay, I think you can hear it. One second though, because I think, yeah, something is wrong. Give me a moment. So this isn't working. At least not for me. usual, things just don't seem to work. Let me move you to this one while I'm trying to figure that out. 1 second. Yeah, I don't know why this isn't working for me. Alright, now it works. For some fucking reason it wasn't working before. So I'm so sorry about that. Sometimes things just break, you know? Sometimes just it doesn't want to work, and that's completely fine. Okay, now everything should be fine. 15 minutes late, but yes. Anyway, I don't think I need to introduce this game anymore after the first run. I think anyone who was here or who has seen the bot understands what is going on. But if you're just joining like right now, you're like, whatever are you playing? This is like the original horror visual novel, and the main character is an ass, and you're going to hear me getting very angry at him, like usual. So we'll do the second run, and I believe this is going to be like the last run we're doing for Otogirisou, because I don't think there's like that much difference for the story. Maybe there's a new, like another ending, and that's it. So yeah, I think that's enough talking. Let's just get right into this. We'll do a new one. Okay, going to go with the other spelling. Do 2 scissors this time. There we go. The narrow mountain road weaved back and forth. I'm not sure if it was because of the shadows from the mountain or something else, but it felt oddly gloomy. The trees were all lined up in a row, like a procession of corpses, and the way the rocks were shaped made them look like monsters. I decided to put those disturbing thoughts out of my head. I could hear Nami breathing lightly as she slept. Oh, wait, I have something else to put on screen. 1 second. I completely forgot. Should be over here. Where is she? Here. Here she is. Okay. We have Nami on screen now. She's here for the rest of the playthrough. Let's go. I could hear Nami breathing lightly as she slept. She was awake until just a moment ago. I figured she must be tired after a day of fishing at the river. She looked so beautiful as she slept. I think this is the first time that we're actually being nice to her. As I gripped the steering wheel, I couldn't help but gaze at her. Ah, raccoon, a car. Well, the car is just getting here earlier than expected. Without thinking, I was just about to hit the brakes, but there was no car heading towards us at all. Not me. Oh, that was a dream? Come on, get it together. I pretended like I was gonna smack her with my elbow. Don't do that, first of all. And at that time, I thought about how cute Nami was. I shivered, like I just had the premonition of something sinister. I thought about how cute Nami was. They have flowers like that here, though, huh? Nami said as she looked out at the scenery. Yellow flowers line both sides of the road. Oh, those. They go by a few names. Ipericums, St. John's wort, or Otogirisou. The letters used to write Otogirisou mean the brother got flowers. Oh, what a creepy name. There's a sort of a legend around them. Oh, I'm all ears. And at that time, I thought it might scare Nami a little. I figured I could use the opportunity to embellish the story. Once upon a time... Huh? What's this about all of a sudden? It happened ages ago. Huh? Two brothers, falconeers, lived deep in the forest. The two of them got along well and always spent their days hunting together. Are you saying falconeers hunt for falcons? With falcons. Anyway, they were from a prestigious family that was well known for raising strong falcons, but they had a secret medicine that healed falcons' wounds. It had been passed down in their family for generations. With that medicine, falcons that usually would have died from their injuries healed right up. That's not fair, keeping it all to themselves. Exactly. See, Nami is the greatest person in this. Maybe so, but it was for that reason that the brothers were respected by the nobility. See, capitalism. It always goes back to capitalism. One day, the ruler of their village gathered all the falconeers around for a hunting tournament there. A hunting tournament? Weird. Don't pester me about the story, alright? It feels like it's dragging on though. Just listen to the end anyway. Should I give you the short version? Yeah, just listen to the end. We're almost there anyway. Okay. I regained my composure and continued telling her the story. The weather was beautiful that day. It was the perfect day to go on a hunt. Everything was going well, so the nobleman was in especially good mood. However, you scared me. Don't you suddenly show at me like that? After the sound of a huge bolt of lightning echoed forth, the clear sky suddenly became cloudy, and big chunks of hail fell from the sky. Everyone fled in a panic. That hail must have really hurt, huh? Oh, rain started falling here too. The falcons flying above them had it especially rough. The hail was as big as a fist, after all, which was unusual for that time of the year. The falcons were getting knocked to the ground, gravely wounded. Oh, poor babies. How tragic. Naturally, the hunt was called off. The nobleman was furious. He said that the hunt will have to take place in 5 days, so the falcons had to be healed by then, or it'd be up with the owners' heads. That'd be impossible, though. That night, the falconeers all assembled at the brother's house to get them to share the secret medicine. The kind-hearted younger brother took pity on them. And then what happened? The older brother will hear none of it. Their ancestors had been treated terribly by the people of that village. Their medicine was the only thing that allowed them to overcome all of the adversity they faced. Before their father had passed away, he told them to never share the secret medicine. They couldn't betray their father. That night, the younger brother couldn't fall asleep. One second. He thought he would collect his thoughts at the lake, but instead, he found a young woman trying to walk straight down into the water there. What are you doing? He shouted as he ran over to her. Please, just let me die. Please. What are you saying? The brother lifted her out of the water and asked her to explain herself. I'll be honest with you. There's no way my father's falcon can be healed in 5 days, and he's the only family I have. If he's beheaded, then I'm as good as that. I just want to be waiting for my dad. I just want to be waiting for my dad. Okay, that's a weird thing. There to greet him in the afterlife. Hearing this, the younger brother went and brought her back some of the secret medicine. Here, use this on your father's falcon. If you do, it'll be healed in 5 days. And you can share it with the other villagers too. Is it really okay? Don't even think about killing yourself, okay? Just hurry up now. Go. Thank you so much. I'll never forget what you've done for us. The girl held her home with tears in her eyes. The younger brother didn't tell his older brother what he'd done, and then, 5 days later, the secret was out, right? It was. The falcons of all of the neighboring villages were flying again, and the nobleman was overjoyed. The falconeers all breathed a sigh of relief. And the younger brother? The younger brother didn't go onto the hunt that day. Instead, he put on a white robe, ready to die. He waited for his older brother to return, and then... what happened then? Upon returning, the older brother said this. You don't regret what you did you? I don't. And then the older brother lopped off his younger brother's head, right there and on the spot. What? At that moment, the blood spattered across the leaves of the hypericums nearby, leaving black spots upon them that never went away. When somebody saw the flowers later, they started calling them Otogirisou. Their brother got flowers. Flowers each have a meaning and... Wait, what was exactly the meaning of that flower? Weird. My mind just totally blank. Was it like your first love or something? What, do you think a story like that was supposed to be a love story? Well, I mean, with the girl alone in the lake and all. There's no way it means your first love. What was it though? It was something more to do with misfortune. I know it wasn't suicide though. A flower that stands for suicide? I never heard of anything so ridiculous. Nami laughed. I responded calmly. It's not out of the question. I started laughing too. Suddenly, Nami started looking around. Hey, raccoon, are we lost? Not that she mentioned it, it did feel something wasn't right. I started to feel uneasy. I didn't know you were streaming. Hello! You're just at the start, so it's fine. Nah, there's no way we're lost, I said, if only because I wanted it to be true. Well, hey, just think of it as taking the scenic route. I put on a strong phone. I flipped on the windshield wipers. It was getting pretty dark out. There weren't any lights on this road, and it was narrow. It wasn't easy to see which way the road would turn. When I turned on the headlights, I could tell that there was a sign up ahead, but I couldn't see it well enough to read it. I sped up a little and got closer to the sign, because yeah, that's the right thing to do when it's raining and you don't see shit. Just hit curve ahead, slow down. Exactly. That was not what that's what was written on the sign. Jesus, I cannot read. Looking ahead, there was a downward slope that curved to the right. I likely stepped on the brake, but my foot felt no resistance against the brake pedal. I ended up pushing it all the way down to the floor of the car. Huh? I stepped on the brake 2 or 3 times, but the pedal just stuck to the floor. There was no response, and the car kept gradually picking up speed on the downward slope. The brakes aren't working. Rain was striking the car's windshield furiously. I could see the sign zip right past to the side of the car window at high speed and vanish from sight. Look! Just ahead! Nami thrust her finger forward and raised her voice. The car was now right in front of us. I hurried to cut the clutch and drop it into lower gear. My body pitched forward and the seatbelt dug into me. When I looked up, I could see the mountain slopes coming closer and closer. I took my left hand off the lever and turned the steering wheel sharply to the right. Ah! Nami's scream was piercing. I managed to avoid crashing the car, but the next corner, another car was driving toward us. Jesus. No! We're gonna crash! I pulled the parking brake. I tried bumping into the trees on the side of the road to stop the car. No. I hope for the best and try stamping on the brake one more time. Just do this because we did the first option at the first time, so. We're not gonna die! I shouted as I stepped on the brakes again, but it didn't do anything. Ah! Nami took her head down. I closed my eyes too, but I was so worked up that I kept screaming something. Raccoon? Huh? When I opened my eyes, I saw that the car had stopped. Nami had her eyes cast down, and she was kind of blushing. Did I shout something embarrassing in the heat of the moment? Don't tell me I shouted out that I loved her. Oh, come on, you can just say that, don't be mean. To hide how bashful I felt, I said, Are you okay, Nami? This is why it's so scary to drive on the mountain roads. At least we didn't die. A bolt of lightning fell onto the tree right before our eyes. It split the tree in two and set it on fire. It's coming down! We flew out of the car. Raccoon, your car! The tree had fallen directly onto the car, smashing it. Well done. The top of the car had been caved in and the front wheel sheet was busted. It was a sad sight. We'll be fine. Are we both okay? Damn, this is piece of the leg, yeah. I hate how disappointed I felt. It took all I had in me to keep up a strong front. Maybe you could get it remodeled into a convertible? No, that's a good idea. The car caught on fire. Well, that one didn't last very long, did it? It was stupid of me to dream of it in the first place. It wouldn't have worked anyway. Remodeling an ordinary car into a convertible would just have looked plain. I muttered to myself. Nami gave me a pat on the back. Thank you. Sour grapes. Anyway, what should we do now, Raccoon? Your car's been totaled and it's raining. She sounded worried. I felt worried, so I moved closer to Nami. We should start by looking for a path. I pointed to a lake in the distance. If I were. It sure is dark out tonight, isn't it? Let me start with that. What are we going to do? It's starting to rain harder too. Nami held her bag over her head. Huh? You got up with the bag, Nami? Your wallet is in here, and all clothes. Not that money will do us any good while we're stuck up here. It's fine. It was a smart move, Nami. I opened the bag. I put a flashlight in here too, after all. I flipped it on, and the light revealed the yellow hypericon flowers that had been there in the darkness. They're blooming here too. Oddly enough, all the other flowers and grass beside the Ipericums were all dried up, and they seemed to form a trail, almost like they were leading us to head into the forest. But they're showing us the way. For real. How far could I go? Hey, I see a light up ahead. Nami pointed to the other side of the forest. There really is. But it's weird. Was there a light up ahead earlier? Now that you mention it, no. Maybe I was so focused on driving the car that I never noticed it? I guess that's possible. It just seemed so sudden. Nami gave an emphatic blank. It doesn't mean anything. They probably just had the lights off until now. Sure, that's a good way of thinking of it. Nami smiled, but I'm sure she was still afraid deep inside because her smile was totally awkward. I mean, if I was Nami, I would also be awkward with someone like me as their boyfriend. Anyway, we'll be okay now. We can take shelter at our house. Let's go. I took Nami's hand and we started walking. As we continued along, the cluster of Ipericums became thicker and thicker. It honestly did seem like they were guiding us. And just when I started to believe it, we came to a fork in the road that split in three directions. The center path was the same width as the path we've been walking along up until now. The path to the left was a little narrower and muddy. The path on the right has grown thick with trees. It seemed like it was haunted. We're going through the haunted path. Let's go. What was it? Was it the right or was it the left? I don't remember. Well, it just... what was it? I had... 1 second. I want to see... Because I do have the... where was it? Is it this thing? Yes. I think so. No. Well, whatever. We'll go wherever. Eventually, the path became wider and easier to traverse. Something still bothers me, though, I said as we walked along. What? The brakes. It's just strange, you know? The car's brakes. Yeah, there was nothing wrong with them when we headed out. On the way back, we were going uphill, so I never even had to hit the brakes. I only had to hit the brake just then, at that moment. So you're saying somebody messed up with the car while we were out? Yeah, but this went too far to just call it messing with us. You're right. We almost died back there. I don't remember doing anything that makes someone want to kill me. Hey, maybe. Lightning. Nami stood still and looked up at the sky. Huh? Lightning again. Are you sure? We'll be in trouble if it strikes here. We need to hurry. The path was totally level now without any slope. We ran straight up out of the forest. There it is. The mansion. Suddenly, we could see it. Right before our eyes, there was a huge mansion. It made us forget all about being scared of the lightning and the intensity of the rain. We stood there in awe for a moment. A huge iron gate gleamed back, wet with rain. We could see how big the mansion's garden alone was through the gaps in the gate. Hey, what's that light there? Nami sounded a little scared as she pointed to the mansion. Where? There, over at the roof. A dim round light floated above it. What could that be? Maybe the fiery spirits of someone who died? Nami edged close to me. This is an Aoni. No, it is a lot older than Aoni. But why is it that high up? I felt bad for Nami since she was clearly scared, so I thought I'd tell her a story to make her feel better. You reminded me of something I heard about Saint Elmo's fire? What the fuck? Elmo? Could it be that? What is it? A fire spirit? No, it's kind of a luminous phenomenon that appears on parts of ships on airplanes or on rainy days. Saint Elmo is the patron saint of sailors, by the way. And saints are spiritual leaders who died, yeah? So I was right. It must be his ghost then. Saints aren't ghosts, exactly. A saint just watches over people, or ships, stuff like that. It's Catholic, okay, Nami? It's Catholicism. From the afterlife, right? You know that. Fine. Is that how you want to view it? Then be my guest. So much for trying to make her feel less scared. Sensing my frustration, Nami tried to calm me down. So what you're trying to say is, it's a friendly ghost, right? Mission accomplished, I guess. Should we go in then? I approached the gate. It didn't seem to be locked. There was an intercom on the right column. I pushed the intercom button without any hesitation. Shall we try pressing it? I asked Nami. Should we head back then? Should we try pressing it? I asked Nami. You want me to press it with you? That's not what I meant. We had to press it, yeah? But what should we tell them? That we crashed and we need someone to stay? Oh, come on. You're not acting very manly right now, you know? Nami pressed the button herself. There. I'll leave it up to you from here, Raccoon. I panicked and put my mouth closer to the intercom. My mind raced for the right words. We got lost on the road. We're not up to anything shady here, really. We were just wondering if you could give us shelter from the storm for a while. Oh, and if you have something to eat, that'd help. That'd be great. Well, what helps most of all is, can you lend us a car, like, or something like that? Yet the intercom remains silent. Is nobody home? We should let ourselves in, for the time being. Nami opened the gate and we entered the grounds of the state. When push comes to shove, what? Girls have more courage than guys, huh? I muttered to myself as I followed after her. This is quite different from the first round, actually. It was totally unkempt inside. The grass went all the way up to my waist. It was like there was walls of grass on both sides of the brick-lined path. They have really let the place go, huh? Hey, aren't those hipericums? Nami pointed down. You're right. They're blooming here too, huh? And it's not just here. Look, there are some over there too. Hey, hand me that flashlight. Nami shined the flashlight over the entire garden. What? She gasped. There was a whole lot more than one or two of them. They were growing all over, every corner of the garden. Why are there so many of them growing here? The wind grew strong. It sent a wave through the countless yellow flowers. The wave moved from the gate to the mansion. You could almost feel the mansion shake from the impact of the wave, and then it stopped. I stood there in the rain, struck by the thought that I just witnessed something sinister and dark. Hey! Nami put her hand up to her ear. Do you hear that? Something's rustling. Huh? You mean the wind blowing through the leaves? Not that. Something else. Suddenly, a speckled snake slithered out from the tall grass. I could see its fang glistening in its open mouth. You hear it, right? That sound. What are you talking about? Look, it's a snake. A snake! I took Nami by the hand and ran toward the mansion in a panic. Hey, wasn't that the rattlesnake? What is it doing in a place like this? Nami shouted as we ran. How should I know? Why don't you ask the snake yourself? It's poisonous. If I tried talking to it, it'd bite me for sure. We screamed back and forth at each other as we sprinted as hard as we could. So we just idiots. We ran up the stone steps up to the entrance, and when we turned back, we saw the snake slithering toward us over the brick-lined path. I grabbed the door's handle. The door was locked, and I wouldn't even budge. Excuse me, could you open the door, please? Please? There didn't seem to be any response from inside of the mansion. Raccoon, it's coming! It's coming closer! Nami shrieked. I decided to break the window on the right side of the entrance. I slammed my body against the door. Let's break the window this time. I hit the window with my fist as hard as I could to break it. You coming too, Nami? I pushed my way through the broken window and then pulled Nami inside. Me like funky music. Yeah, that's a nice lost for being so old. Whew. We safe for now, huh? Oh, you're bleeding. Nami grabbed my hand. My left hand had been scratched, and it was bleeding. Oh, it'll be fine. It's just a scratch. I sucked on the wound. Don't do that. You need to get it properly treated. Nami took out a handkerchief from her pocket and wrapped it around my hand. It smelled faintly of roses. This is all I can do for you now, but I'll tend to it later. Thanks. I felt a bit bashful. But anyway, the luck's useless now, huh? Whoever owns this place will probably give us an earful once they find out. You'll have to apologize to them ahead of time then. I stood up and looked around. It was a spacious entrance. There was a hall with stairs leading up to the second floor and a large chandelier hung from the ceiling. On the left side, there was a large brick fireplace with a cloth-covered sofa set in front of it. Is anybody home? I raised my voice and walked further inside. We just let ourselves in, Nami also shouted out, but nobody replied. Maybe nobody's home? I picked a musical reference. Yeah, well, whatever. Let's sit down for a while. I'm exhausted. I walked over to the sofa. I said there was a suit of Western style armor that had been placed beside the fireplace. Knock it. I'd seen suits of armors on TV and in photograph, but this was the first time I'd ever seen one in person. People fighting in the Middle Ages actually wore those things. It occurred to me how heavy it must have been for those people to wear them. Hey, what's up with that? Nami tapped on my shoulder. What's up with what? That, there. Nami pointed over to the right side of the entrance hall. A huge aquarium had been placed up against the wall. There wasn't anything particularly unique about the shape of it. It was just an ordinary looking glass aquarium you'd find anywhere, set in a silver colored frame. The problem was the size. It was abnormally large. You think there's something inside it? I went over to the aquarium. The inside of the glass was covered with mildew, and the water was really dirty. I still don't know how to say that word, I'm sorry. Even if something was in there, you wouldn't be able to see what it was. I reached over the top and tried to stick my hand inside. I thought about it taking a peek from above. Let's try this option now. Stop! Surprised, I pulled my hand away. What's wrong? Why would you shoot at me all of a sudden? I just felt like something bad was about to happen. Her face looked pale. There's got to be something in there. Look, the water's moving. I shoved her. My hand was wet. Okay. Anyway, that's enough. I'm unconcerned about finding out if anybody's actually here. Nami sounded like she was afraid as she looked around. If anybody was here, I think they would have heard us making a fuss in here by now. Should we look around? If you're scared, you can wait here if you like, Nami. No, I'll go too. And then... It came from the second floor. Someone's got to be here then. Let's go see. We walked up the stairs at the entrance. Hey. Even though we come so far as to walk up the staircase, Nami was whispering to me. What should we say we meet whoever lives here? We'll be honest with them. Tell them we had an accident on the road. What else are we supposed to say to the... Huh? What's the matter? Wasn't there a suit of armor over there? I pointed to the side of the fireplace. Yeah. Oh? The suit of armor had vanished. Well, whatever. Let's go and check out that sound anyway. Yeah, sure. Just let's move on from giant armor just walking off by themselves, you know? Great choice. At the top of the stairs, the corridor went to the left and to the right. I think the sound come from this way. We walked down the hallway to the right. Which room could it be? Shh! I can hear it again. This is it. There's no reply. Are they not here? I opened the door without hesitation. It was dark inside. It didn't seem like anyone was there. There was a wooden table in the corner to the left with an electric light stand on it, which glowed with red light. I saw another table, a smaller one, right beside it. It had a checkered cloth on top of it and a single book. I stepped inside of the room. Whoa! The door suddenly slammed shut behind me. Panicked, I turned to the doorknob. Still, I paid no mind and went over to check out the book on the table. Let's look at the book. Still, I paid no mind and walked over to check out the book on the table. Oh! My foot got snagged on a cord and the stand crashed to the floor. Damn. Okay. The red light shined on the floor, lighting up the lights of the smaller table. Or so I thought. I could see that it wasn't actually a table. The red light on the floor had lit up the silver-colored spokes of a wheelchair. Oh, a wheelchair. What I thought was a small table was actually the lap of a person sitting on the wheelchair. I could see the slippers by the light of the stand that had fallen on the floor. Oh, I'm sorry for coming in here so suddenly. We should have knocked, but flustered, I turned to pick up the stand from the floor. There's no need to apologize, Nami said, which seemed like a strange thing for her to say. Then I looked up. The person sitting in the wheelchair was the mummy. The light from the stand cut out, and the room went totally dark. Did the wheelchair just move? What? I stepped backwards. Nami tugged at my clothes. The squeaking of the wheelchair was coming closer and closer. My hands trembled, and I wasn't able to open the door. Hurry! Hurry up and open it! We practically fell over ourselves to escape into the hallway. It was pitch black outside of the room too. I couldn't tell left from right. Nami, where's my flashlight? How would I know? I can't remember. Was there anything else that could be used as a light source? We should search for my flashlight for starters. At that moment, lightning flashed outside the window. This way! The flash of lightning directed us to the staircase. At the top of the stairs, I searched for my flashlight, my eyes white as saucers. There it was. It had fallen onto the ground right in front of the aquarium. I practically fell down the stairs and picked up the flashlight. I turned it on and pointed at it on the second floor. I could see it's a hazy circle of light illuminate the second floor passage. There was no trace of the mummy. I can't. My legs. Nami collapsed to the ground helplessly. I sat down beside her. I couldn't believe it though. A mummy? Here, in modern-day Japan? Were we just seeing things? I didn't want to scare Nami, so I decided to go check out the mummy by myself. I was scared, so I asked Nami to go and check for me. Being horrible. Nami, what? Did you see that wrinkly-looking thing? What do you think it was? I thought it was a mummy. I see. Well, can I ask you for a favor? What? Could you go and check it out? Huh? Me? No way. But I'm too scared. Do it, raccoon. My knees are knocking though. You're pathetic. Nami sighed. I'll go check it out then. Wait here. Nami headed up the stairs. Oh, Nami, wait. What? Aren't you afraid to stay here alone? So pathetic. Nami ended up taking me by the hand and together we walked up the stairs. When I opened the door, the lights were on and both the wheelchair and the mummy were gone. Oh. Nami had spotted the diary which had fallen on the floor. When I picked up the old leather-bound diary, I noticed how thick and heavy it was. Flipping through to the end, I saw that the last page was dated 6 years ago and There was blood on it. There were drops of bright red blood on that page from 6 years ago. Only the ink's dry. This blood is fresh. What's the meaning of this? I've always been disgusted by blood, so the sight of it made me feel dizzy. Something must have happened here. Let's leave. It's probably the blood of a mouse that the cat ate, or something. I want to read whatever that is, so let me read. Hey, what's that sound? Something was approaching the hallway. Could it be the suit of armor that vanished earlier? That's ridiculous. The sound stopped right in front of the door. Oh, the cat! The kitty jumped through the gap in the doorway and went into the hallway. We held our breath as we looked at the door, but we didn't get the sense that anything was about to happen. We took a look through the gap, but we didn't see anybody there. It's strange, isn't it? Hey, this is creeping me out. Let's leave the mansion already. Nami sounded afraid when she said it. I replied, yeah, that sounds like a wise decision. Yeah, I'm creeped out too, but I get a feeling we're not gonna be able to escape from this. Man, this is the first time I've been in such a weird house. It's really fascinating. Are you serious? Kinda. Please, let's just leave. I had enough of this place. Nami looked like she was about to cry. Okay, let's head out. She doesn't want me to have any fun. We headed downstairs and opened the door at the entrance. The rain was coming down hard. With the lightning and the strong wind, we could only see about 3 meters ahead. Now, it can't go out while this is bad. But let's just wait, okay? We can't go out. It's like a typhoon out there. What should we do? Are we going to spend the night in a place like this? Let's go see if anyone's here now. We can't go anywhere just yet. Let's stay here for the time being. What should we do? I'm worried over for a while. Let's just stay here for a moment, okay? No way! What are you thinking? You're telling me we're going to stay in a place like this creepy? What other choice do we have? Should we look around? I don't want to do that either. Then what do you want to do? I want to go home. I'm telling you, that's not gonna happen. After I raised my voice at her, Nami cast her gaze down. Don't only think of yourself. Huh? Where are you going? Nami turned around and tugged deeper into the mansion. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I yelled at you. Do whatever you want. Where are you going? Aren't you afraid? Okay, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have yelled. Don't leave me alone. I'm a coward. Nami was standing in front of a door deeper into the corridor on the right. Her back was facing me. Are you mad at me, Nami? I laughed, and Nami came over to me. Hey, I can smell something strange coming from this room. Huh? I opened the door. Behind was a room that was being used as a library. The rows of books were packed tight on the shelves without any gaps between them. There sure are a lot of books here. I wonder if they read them all. Nami's having the worst time. Yeah, that's just the theme for this game. It just, we're a horrible boyfriend and Nami's having a horrible time. I passed my flashlight over the spines. Nearly all of the books were of Western origin. There, a lamp oil can had fallen over in the corner of the room. This was plain the stench. The surrounding carpet was discolored, presumably due to the oil that must have spilled out of the can. Pretty dangerous, huh? Hey, let's just leave. It doesn't look like there's anything in here after all. Nami tugged on my arm. You're right. We left the room. I want to read those books. Let me read the book. After we walked from the hallway to the entrance hall, Nami spoke up. Hey, is that a phone under the aquarium? Huh, it really is. It was a black dial-up phone. What is it doing under the aquarium? Hey, we can call home from here. Nami couldn't hold back a smile. But could we even get anybody to drive all the way out here? Let's try calling home to find out. Sure. I held the phone up to my ear. Alright. Whoa! An iron axe swooped down just in front of my face. Well, when I looked up, I saw the suit of armor I thought had vanished was suddenly standing next to the aquarium. Ah, English. I approached the suit of armor with caution and lifted the helmet. It was totally empty. Of course it was empty. Yeah, of course it is. Ah! Nami screamed so loud. What's the matter? It cut the cord. That axe just cut the phone's cord. What? I quickly put up the phone up to my ears. I couldn't hear the dial tone. I stupidly tried dialing a number anyway, but the phone was clearly dead. There was no response. It's not gonna work now. There was no point even trying. I hung up the phone and stood back up. Not much we can do about it. We'll have to find another way. You can't be serious. The sound of ringing echoes through the spacious hall. Why? This doesn't make any sense. Then I sat it and picked up the phone. I just stared at the phone, dumbfounded. I looked into Nami's eyes. Let's pick it up. Hello? I couldn't hear anything. Hello? More ringing. It's a different phone. A phone was ringing somewhere else in the mansion. And one over there too. What's going on? I could hear more phones ringing. Hello? I shouted into the phone in my hands, but I couldn't hear anything from it. Who is it? I don't know. They won't say anything. It stopped ringing. Another noise came from the second floor. The strange phones ringing and no more noises. We have to find where they're hiding. Nami, pinch me. Maybe I'm dreaming? It's a poltergeist. It's a poltergeist. I said with a shudder. What's poltergeist? Guys that polters, yeah sure. That's it. I stood up. Let's go. A single door had been left ajar, and light was poking through it. There. We stood up really straight after we entered the room and saw that what was on the wall. There was a creepy looking stain on the wall. It looks like it's shaped like a person. The stain looked like it could have been either a man or a woman, and in the place where its hands were, there were hypericums growing. There are hypericums here too, in a place like this? The hypericums have broken through the wall. I had just remembered something rather unpleasant. What's wrong? I remember the meaning of the hypericums. Okay. What is it? Revenge. Seeing the splotch in the shape of a person there, holding the hypericums, it looked like the work of some vengeful ghost, vowing to get its revenge. How scary. My reaction was, I wonder if there's anybody inside of the wall. I muttered to myself, and then I shuddered. There's nothing to worry about. I left it at that. It could be mold. We checked out the second floor just to be on the safe side. Aside from the door we couldn't open, with straddles nailed into the door, we hadn't found any traces of anybody in the house, including in the mommy's room. So there's nobody on the second floor now, right? Nami nodded. At the very least, we can say that we couldn't find any people, the mummy or the suit of armor. I decided not to dwell on that. Alright, we should try to get this seemingly unopenable door open. I started to examine the door. Hey, let's head back down, Nami said out of the blue. Huh? I'm hungry. You're too, aren't you, raccoon? We really do need to get something to eat, you know? I looked at Nami's face, my mind a blank. Nami's not acting like herself. She wouldn't just go and take food from a stranger's kitchen. Was she saying this because she was afraid, or was it something else? Hey, Nami, what did I tell you? Nami laughed. I know you're hungry by the look on your face. And no, I wouldn't say that, but my stomach was weak to the power to the power of persuasion, and responded appropriately. I'll go on ahead, Nami said as she turned her back to me. Wait up! Hey, don't get a head start on me like that. I figured I'd go along with Nami for the time being. As I headed with Nami to the dining room, I thought they'd have something good to eat here for sure. I hope that they'll have something good to eat, and I forced myself that they did. I hope that they had something good to eat, and I forced myself to believe that they did. We set our eyes on the large refrigerator just beyond the dining room. I carefully tried to open it up. Whoa! Nami sounded happy. There were raw fish inside. I wouldn't eat raw fish from like a lavender mansion, like no. At least try canned food or something like that. We found two sweet fish on a large plate. Maybe they caught this in a nearby river. Seems like this were just caught. But maybe we should find the people who own this place before we eat their stuff. You can't just blame it on the cat if need be. I'll have to try meowing like a cat while I eat it in that case. This actually tastes better if you grill them right beside the river though. You have to settle for the oven. I'll handle the cooking. Nami took out the plate. Whoa, whoa, what's this? Nami screamed and the plate fell from her hands. Huh? What? The two fish had fallen on the floor were all dried up. Were they dry from the start? Yeah. Up until now, they looked like they were freshly caught, though. Those fish so brown and dried out. Seeing them reminded me of the mummy. Now that I think about it, dried fish are kinda like fish mummies. Now that I think about it, dried fish are kinda like fish mummies. Huh? What's wrong? That look on your face is scaring me. That just now I looked around. Did you hear that? Hear what? It sounded like a woman shrieking. I didn't hear anything. You didn't just imagine it, did you? No, I'm sure I heard it for real. It came from over there. I approached the window. It was too dark to see outside, but I had a bad feeling about what it might be. Wait, I'll go and take a quick look. I stepped away from the window and headed for the exit. Hold on, what are you doing? Something might have happened, and I'm curious to find out. Wait for me, I'm going too. We left the dining room. Hey, hand me your lighter for a second. What are you doing? Nami was holding a candlestick. It was from the dining room table. I felt a little uneasy about not having light on my own. Thanks. Here, you can have your lighter back. Nami held the now lit candlestick, and I gripped my flashlight as we walked slowly down the hall. Hey, did you really hear someone? I could see doubt in Nami's eyes as she looked at me. Yeah, it sounded like hee. It was a long and mournful cry. Creepy. Nami furrowed her brow. But why would they be shrieking like that? Could it be a burglar? A burglar? It's certainly possible. It would explain why the lights are on even when the owner isn't home. The hallway veered to the left and continued to the back of the mansion, but the hallway there was tight and the ceiling was getting lower too. And what's more, it felt strangely gloomy there. It was like we veered out of the main road into some back alley. My flashlight lit up a small iron door just ahead. It came from behind that door. There's something creepy about this door, don't you think? Almost like they're conducting some sort of secret experiments in there. It was just like Nami said. The door had been painted clumsily, and almost all of the paint had fallen off, leaving the metal door entirely red with rust. I wonder if it opens. I put my hands on the doorknob. There's that voice. You heard it this time, didn't you? It's the same voice as before. Nami stared wide-eyed at me and shook her head in denial. We're going in. I held the door open. I got struck in the face by a blast of wind and water. It was the back door, huh? I can't see anything out here. When I shined my flashlight outside, something to the right reflected the light. It's a greenhouse. Was the shrieking coming from in there? Oh, I could hear Nami shout behind me. What happened? The flame went out. Nami held the candlestick in her hand, looking at me reproachfully. I mean, it's raining, Nami. I don't know what you want me to do about it. Well, of course I would. And we're going on out in the rain, so how should I do with it? We can't use it out here, so let's just leave it there. I set the candlestick on my feet and tucked under my hand. Alright, let's go. Hand in hand, we trudged through the mud. Our clothes, which had just started to dry, were soaking wet almost instantly, and our shoes became heavy from all the mud. Do you think somebody is in there? Nami asked quietly. I doubt it. What? So we came out here for no reason? I mean, not anyone who's alive, anyway. No way. The expression on Nami's face changed instantly. If anyone was in there, they would have seen us shining a flashlight at them. There wasn't any response, so that would mean that they would already have to be. Why do you always have to scare me saying stuff like that? Nami looked like she was about to cry. We're so horrible. We're so evil. Poor Nami. We looked through the glass and saw that it was totally dark in there. I shined the flashlight inside. Oh! Nami and I both shouted at the same time. There they are again. There were Ipericum flowers inside. The small yellow flowers were mixed in with all of the other ornamental plants. A greenhouse of revenge, Nami said in a whisper. Don't say it like that. It's creeping me out. What? Look who's talking. We cautiously shined the light in as we walked around the greenhouse, but we made it to the other side without encountering anything out of the ordinary. No one was in here after all, were they? I considered going back to the mansion. Should we go inside the greenhouse too? I turned and faced the entrance. We've seen enough, haven't we? Well, you know. At that moment. Huh? What? When I shined the light at the greenhouse door, I saw it swaying in the wind. It looked over at Nami's face. Her mouth was agape, and she looked at me out of the corner of her eyes. Uh-oh. Alright, I'll race you to the door then. I broke into a run. What gives? That shrieking was just the sound of this door? Nami shouted, as if to scold me. This is a race, you know. You better get moving. I paid her no mind and kept running. Wait up! Ah! When I looked back, I saw that she had fallen right on her butt in the mud. You made me fall, you jerk! I started laughing just as I reached the door. Wait! It's too dark! I can't see anything! At the entrance, I turned around and shined the light over toward Nami so she could see. The corner of the light hit the door, and the second I saw it, my smile froze up. Ugh, you made it here first. Nami came over, looked at me and said, You got that scared expression on your face again, but you're not fooling me this time. I gestured with my head towards the glass door. You can be so dumb, you know, she said, and then she looked over. There it was, written on the glass door in big red letters. Nami. The light that reflected off of the glass illuminated us as we stood there looking at it in the rain. It's got to be a coincidence, I said, but I knew deep down inside that a voice had drawn me here. Even if it actually was a coincidence, why would her name be written here? Nami looked pale as she stood there in the rain, dumbfounded. She said nothing, her eyes fixed upon the glass as it swayed back and forth. The door creaked again as the wind blew it. Let's go back, I said, making it a point to sound cheerful, but Nami didn't respond at all. Let's go, I tugged at Nami's hand firmly. She didn't budge. Why? How? You're just overthinking it. Am I? It has to be a coincidence. It has to. This is the first time we've ever been here, for once. So, someone who was here had the same name as you. So what? Yeah, sure. It's weird for somebody to write their name in a place like that, but if we ask whoever lives here, they probably had some funny story about it. I'm sure they would. I talked loudly, without pausing, trying to shut away the fear that I felt inside. Yeah, let me say quietly as she nodded. We'll catch a cold if we stay out in the rain like this. Let's head back. I pulled Nami away as we kept walking. Even after we returned to the mansion, Nami looked gloomy. I felt sorry for her. Why did she have to see that? It was all my fault. How could I make her feel better? Oh, that's it. Hey, I said to her cheerfully. What? Feel like using their shower? What? Nami looked at me, stunned. You're covered in mud, after all. But it's fine, it's fine. I think they might have one over that way. I went on ahead. Turning right down the hallway, I reached a frosted glass door. This is it. I grabbed the handle. It was totally dark inside. I shined my flashlight in, and just as I thought, it was a bathroom. There was a white sink and a large mirror on the left. On the other side was a Western style toilet next to a sliding glass door. The shower was probably on the other side of that door. Alright, let's start by washing our hands, huh? I went over to the sink. You can wash your hands first, Nami. Just wash your hands. The sink had a long curved faucet. For some reason, maybe due to the seal on the faucet getting old, water continued to drip from it constantly. I turned the faucet on. The white sink began staying red. It's blood! Nami clung to my shoulder. No, it's not. It's rust. It's just rust. The red water started to clear up. The pipes have got to be getting pretty old. Hey, it's already better. I rinsed my hands in the running water. Nami seemed to be getting edgy. I wanted to help her back to the way she was before. Hey, there isn't any soap here, is there? You must want soap, yeah, Nami? Oh, I'm fine with just water. There was something odd about her mother's reply. Nami was normally the type who would insist on using soap. Maybe we should check the bath? I cast my gaze through the sliding door there. Even if you don't want any soap, I do. I jokingly threw a fit about it. Maybe the bath? I don't want the bath. Oh, I'll go take a look. Nami entered the shower room. I'll search over here, okay? I opened the cabinet beside the mirror. It was dusty, as though it hadn't been used in a long time. There was a toothbrush with yellow bristles and a tube of toothpaste that was sealed despite being totally flat and empty. A woman's razor was there too, but it looked like it hadn't been used in a long time. It was rusty and had small braids of hair stuck to it. I was grossed out by it, and I closed the cabinet. I glanced at the mirror and saw Nami's face there. I looked at Nami's face in the mirror as I asked her, Did you find any soap? No. Nami's voice echoed from the shower. Oh. Huh? I turned around, surprised. What's wrong? What's that weird look for? Nami said as she came out of the shower room. Nami, you were in the shower the whole time, right? Yeah, why? There's no way I could have seen her reflection in the mirror while she was in the shower room. Did something happen? Nami's expression darkened. I wouldn't say that exactly. My answer was intentionally vague. I didn't want to scare her any more than she already was. Plus, it's possible that I might have just been saying things. So, yeah, how about the soap? I smiled and returned to the topic at hand. There wasn't any. How about here then? I squatted down and opened the doors under the sink. Ugh! A very unpleasant, rotten, and muddy odor drifted out from the inside. I held my breath and looked in. An S-shaped pipe ran down the center, and on the right side of it were cleaning fluids, pesticides, shampoo bottles, and plastic bags thrown like junk. It was as if the water from the old pipes had mixed together with dust and chemicals that had spilled out of the fallen bottles. It made me want to throw up. Would they really keep soap in a place like this? I don't think so. I took out a big plastic box that I found on the left of the side of the pipe. Inside of it was a wooden box with a cross on it. Oh, there must be a medicine box, yeah? There's something underneath it. Hold the medicine box up, Nami. Nami grabbed the handle of the medicine box and lifted it up. The moment she did, 4 bugs with black, greasy-looking wings crawled up from under the box. Cockroaches! Nami screamed and hurled the medicine box onto the floor. When the box hit the floor, the lid flew open, scattering some medicine bottles and packets across the floor. The cockroaches vanished in an instant into the corners of the room and under the door. They were gone. Oh, the medicine scattered everywhere. I laughed as I rushed to stop the rolling bottles of medicine. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, I'll pick it up. Nami kneeled down and started putting all of the medicine back in its place. Hey, there aren't any more of them, are there? The cockroaches, I mean. I don't think there are. Hey, there it is. The soap. I stood up and turned on the faucet. Nami was still picking up the medicine that had scattered everywhere. Go ahead and wash your hands first now that we have found the soap. Okay, it sounded like a half-hearted reply. It wouldn't be good to touch medicine with dirty hands anyway, after all. True. Nami stood up next to me and started washing her hands. As we washed the mud from her hands and arms, I watched the dirty black water spiraling down and getting swallowed up by the drain. Hey, raccoon. What? Something occurred to me when I was putting the medicine back. There were a lot of familiar types of medicine in there. Unfamiliar? I've never seen them before. Show me. I was a little insulted. There have got to be as many medicines as there are illnesses, I said, but I was more interested in whether or not we'll be able to use the shower. I opened the sliding glass door and checked out the shower room. Whoa, it's spacious! Nami picked in from behind me. I want to get washed up too. I'm all sticky and it stinks. It's gross. And then I made sure that the shower was working. A shower should be no problem, Nami. I thought it wouldn't be a good idea to go in, no matter how special it was. I made sure that the shower was working. And then I'll go and get a change of clothes from the back, okay? By yourself? Nami sounded worried. I don't want to be here in this big shower all by myself. She couldn't possibly mean she wanted us to shower together, could she? You can't just lock the door. Thanks. Go and get it then. The image of Nami in the nude vanished from my mind. We're a pervert. I rushed back to the entrance hall and brought back our bag from there. I spoke up by the sliding door. Anything weird happened while I was gone? No problems here. Oh man. I imagined Nami's body and I figured there were no problems there either. I continued imagining what Nami looked like naked. Ah! That startled me. It was the scream of a butt-naked Nami. What's wrong? I was about to jump in there, but Nami jumped out first. It suddenly got so hot. She was totally covered by a bath towel. Seems like the shower wasn't working right. There was steam everywhere and hot water was spraying out. It almost looked like the shower itself was angry. Whoa, hot, 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 hot. I couldn't ever bring myself to get close enough to adjust the temperature. They should have a boiler in the basement. I'll go look for it. After heading down the stairs, I found the boiler room. There was a round boiler that seemed like it could start spitting out fire at any second. I turned the spigot this way and that. It seemed to calm the boiler down. Everything should be fine now. The temperature was set to 100 degrees Celsius. That's 212 degrees Fahrenheit. We could have done this. I suddenly became worried about Nami. Nami! I hope she's okay all by herself. In a panic, I vowed to never leave Nami alone as I ran to her. I set aside my worries and ran as fast as I could. Nami! I shouted out loudly as I leapt into the bathroom. Oh, Nami had already changed her clothes and was drying her hair with a towel. Thanks. The shower was great now. Want to take a quick one too, Raccoon? No, I'm good. But you're still so dirty. I do feel kinda gross. Take a shower. You feel a lot better afterwards. Okay, Nami, you say so. I'll keep watch outside. Nami stepped outside the bathroom. Nami, I shouted. Yes? She responded right away. I let Darina go. Ew. Ew. Okay. We'll be up when I'm out. It was kind of a strange thing to say, really. It was the sort of thing spouses or couples in love might say to each other, and yet they are still totally understand what it wants. What exactly does that mean? We'll be out when you're out? I guess she didn't really understand. When I'm out of the shower, we'll be out of this mansion. So don't move a muscle until I come out. Yes, sir. I got naked and stepped into the shower. The bathroom felt nice, but it would have been nicer if I had been in here with me, washing up, getting our bodies all clean. Huh? The tub had been filled with hot water before I knew it, and I saw something rise up out the tub. I saw two small faces. Girls. They looked exactly the same. Twins? Did these girls live here? I was just about to say something to them, but then the twin girls just smiled at me and sat down under the water. Okay? Hey. Hey! The surface and the water swayed around. They had disappeared. Everything was gone, in fact. No girls, no hot water, nothing. The tub was totally dry. Whoa! I tried to get out, but the door wouldn't open. Nami! I was trapped in there. I kept shouting out for Nami. When I realized that I was not only trapped but naked, I felt like I wanted to cry. I kept shouting out for Nami. Nami, open the door. I kept calling out for her, but she wouldn't respond. Suddenly, there was a storm in the shower room. I guess I should have checked the weather report before taking a shower. Not that anyone would expect a typhoon to strike them in the shower. Nami! Nami! I shouted at the top of my lungs. Then the suit of armor appeared out of nowhere. You're here? Where did you come from? I ran from it naked, but it quickly chased me down to the other side of the wall. Okay. This is getting ridiculous now. The sliding door wouldn't open. Nami wasn't coming to save me. I was in big trouble. The suit of armor came right up to me, and then it heaped its sword into the air. I only had one shot at this. I brought it down. It brought down its sword. I dodged the sword by a hair's breadth. The sliding glass door got shattered. I dove through the hole without a missing beat. Nami! I fumbled with my change of clothes and jumped out into the hallway. Nami wasn't there. I was worried that something might have happened to Nami. I was worried that Nami had left without me. Something had happened to her. Nami! Nami! I tried shouting to her, but she didn't reply. I saw the figure of someone in the hallway. It was a woman. She was wearing a white dress that was fluttering in the wind. It was Nami. When did she put on that dress? Nami! I ran after her, but then she started to float. She continued to stare straight at me as she floated up, until she seemed to get swallowed by the ceiling and vanished. I just stood there in a daze. Was I imagining that, or was it a ghost that just happened to look exactly like Nami? A pair of eyes flashed at me in the darkness, and I could hear laughing echoing around me. After that, only the wind was blowing, and I'm still butt naked. Nami? What in the world was going on with Nami? I'm not sure why, but I was afraid to start looking for Nami. I had to find her no matter what, I thought to myself. Nami's revenge, about time. About time. Like, this girl, she needs to kill us. I relied on my intuition. Where was Nami? This was the room? I was sure of it. Nami was sitting in the corner of the room, holding her knees. Nami? Raccoon. Nami was crying. What happened, Nami? I told you not to go anywhere. Don't run off like me like that. Raccoon. How did I get here? Why are you asking me? You don't know? Nami gulped, like a child. I was drying my hair when suddenly I felt a man's arm around me. I don't know what happened after that. Nami looked cold. She was shivering. Don't worry, I'm here with you. I put my arm around Nami's shoulder. Then someone else is here, just as I thought. I felt a chill run down my spine. I looked inside, and I was surprised at what I saw. There were dolls lined up everywhere, on every table, every shelf. Every possible place that could have did have a doll. Japanese dolls, French dolls, Indian dolls, Russian dolls. There were dolls from practically every country, princesses, dress-up dolls, and there were two of each of them. Why do they have two sets of every doll? Nami looked at the dolls, confused. Sorry. It's like they're all talking to me here, but I don't know why. They all feel so familiar to me. What she said gave me the goosebumps for some reason. Let's just leave this room. Right as I said that, I looked at the dolls and I froze. Every single doll, which had been looking in all sorts of different directions until now, was now looking straight at me. All of the dolls seemed to be staring at me and Nami. Before Nami could notice, I ushered her out of the room. And then I was scared that the dolls would start walking around. I had a feeling that the dolls would call us to come back in, so I started running away. Nami suddenly stopped her tracks. There were all line combining heights carved into the thick pillars that stuck out of the stucco? Stucco? Well, judging by the height, they must have been 3 or 4 years old. Names were etched next to the lines Nami and Naomi. It's my name. Hey, cut it out, Nami. You make it sound so weird. I compare my height here with another girl. Hey, I tied it here? Whatever that means. Feeling flustered. There are plenty of people named Nami. Don't get any funny ideas just because this girl has the same name as you. Right. You're right. Nami's expression returned to normal. This Nami is probably older by now, right? Oh. Oh? A crack ran up at the pillar before my eyes. It was still moving up. When I reached up where my eyes were, it formed a new height line. That new line was Nami's height now. How could it be? I wonder who Naomi was. I wonder what I thought about my Nami's name would be here. I wonder who Naomi was. The face Nami was making made her look like she was dead inside. Raccoon, I was a twin. Huh? It's true. I was a twin. I had a sister named Naomi. Stop it, Nami. Quit fooling yourself. We live here with Mom. I yelled at Nami to snap her up of her confusion. Hey, listen to me. Suddenly, I could hear a piano. Nami's head jerked up. That piano! Nami broke into a run like she had just snapped. I chased after her. Nami and I entered the piano hall. The piano was played by a woman who was wearing a white dress. That woman was Nami. Nami? I did a double take, and the woman who looked just like Nami had disappeared. The piano was still playing, as if it was a player piano. I was a twin. Nami said it, loud and clear. My sister and I live here together with our mom. We moved through the room. It sounded unreal to me, but Nami didn't react to it at all. There was a man. My mom was very nice to him. I liked him. Was he a relative of yours? He seemed like a dad to me. Or maybe a little brother. He might have even been one of my mom's guests. Get it together, Nami. You're an only child. Your house is in Tokyo. You got two amazing parents there now, don't you? I'm not sure. Nami put her hands up to her head. I felt like my head's gonna split apart. I remember. Nami didn't look like her usual self. I was born and raised here. Nami, calm down. I know you've been through a lot today. Your nerves have got to be shot. But if you take a second and think about it with a clear head, you'll realize that none of that what you're saying makes sense. But, Nami shouted as she cried. My real mom was here. I had a twin sister named Naomi too. The two of us compared our heights here. I remember it. Don't give me that nonsense now. Your mom's waiting at home for you now, you know? You just need to get out of the mansion. Naomi, you're an only child. I'm trying to calm her down. That's enough. Just stop. Nami screamed and I screamed. I might even kill you because I care about you so much. Nami, that's crazy. Don't even start with that nonsense. I always played with my sister out in the garden. Mom would always be laughing at us. You should have been here too. Nami sounded like she'd gone delirious. Okay, Nami, I get it. I understand completely, so there's no need to explain anything else. My mom likes you. My sister does too. Oh, I don't know what I should do. And then I felt the presence, for real. There was a woman there. She was looking at Nami with empty eyes. You have to run away from here, alone. I can't handle this by myself. What do you mean, handle this? I need to have a conversation. With who? With my mom and my sister. I'll stay here. Please don't interfere, Raccoon. I'll handle it for you, Nami. It's my family, though. Nami, this mansion is cursed, and I'm a member of the family who lives here. If my family tries to do anything to you, it will be my fault. Tears fell from Nami's eyes. I'm glad you feel that way, Nami, but a man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. You can think of me as your family now. Raccoon. Nami came forward to hug me. I accepted the hug, naturally. I clumsily hugged Nami. I accepted the hug. I understand, Nami. I led her over to the window. The breeze here will calm you down. If anything happens, roll for me, and if anything comes in here, get out. What are you going to do, Raccoon? Aggressive piano, yeah. The ghost is like hitting the keys, all aggressive. I'm going to investigate. We know at the very least that there was a mummy in this mansion. There was a suit of armor, and there's somebody who made it disappear. I'm gonna find out who that person is. No, Raccoon. I'm going. You can't. Please let me go. Nami shook off and left the room. I ran after Nami as fast as I could, shouting, "You're putting yourself in danger! Get back here! I'm the only one you can trust right now! You're putting yourself in danger? Girl!" I turned down the corner in the hallway, but Nami was already gone. I started searching around for her, frantically. "Are you there, Nami?" I headed into the room. Nami wasn't there, but I did come across something strange. It was a miniature landscape. It was modeled after a mountain with a winding road, and there was a miniature car that had crashed on it. You gotta be kidding me. I took a closer look at the miniature landscape, and it was in fact a replica of the road we'd been driving on. The car was positioned right where we had trouble with the brakes. Was this some kind of setup? Did somebody lure us to this spot? Just as I mulled over the possibility, I could hear Nami scream, "Raccoon! Come here!" I ran straight to her. "Nami!" Worried about Nami, I shouted out to her while I ran. My bad premonition made it hard to breathe as I ran. Just keep yelling. Nami was just standing there in a daze. "Raccoon, look," Nami said as she handed me something. It was actually two diaries written by a mother. There was a diary with Nami's name and another with Naomi's name. These diaries proved that I was her child. This proved that Naomi and I were her children. I laughed, so I had no reason to. Just because it was your name, Nami, that doesn't mean it's about you, does it? Even if it has this, Nami showed me a page that had her date of birth written on it. Even the blood type is the same. This is me. My mom wrote those diaries about me and Naomi. Nami covered her face with her hands and flew out of the room. "Nami, wait! Don't follow me!" Nami looked back at me with tears in her eyes. "I've let somebody die. Even if I haven't, I'm about to let somebody die. That's ridiculous. Oh, I can see their blood on my hands. Those are the hands of a killer. Bella, this is the skin of a killer, okay? I wouldn't let you kill anybody. Raccoon, listen to me, Nami. You're the one who needs to listen, Raccoon," Nami shouted. "I might end up killing you," Nami cried and vanished into the darkness of the hallway. "Nami, our relationship is gonna be done after this." I reflected on the situation. I had to get those thoughts out of Nami's head. I might not be able to change her mind, but I can still help her. I found Nami. It was nighttime, but headways were moving through the courtyard, and she was standing in the middle of the scene. Many twin girls were crying in front of a bloodstained sword. "Nami," I shouted. "Don't come any closer, Raccoon. These are all of the girls who couldn't pass away after they killed their mom." Okay. Nami cried and shouted. "Just like my sister." The ghosts of the twin girls vanished with a gust of wind. Nami, I shouted without thinking. Just like the other girls, Nami vanished. It was like she melted into the darkness. Nami. I trembled just like Nami did when she went crazy. And then I found where she was. Nami stood there like she'd been frozen in place. Raccoon. Nami. I tried to walk up to her, but even though she was just standing in place, she began to float up into the air. "Nami!" I tried to run over, but something white appeared before me. "We killed her!" It was another Nami. It was Naomi. "You're Naomi?" Naomi looked up at Nami and said, "We killed our mom." What? "Nami, we killed our mom." And then Nami responded in a daze, "We killed our mom." "Stop it, Nami," I yelled at her, shocked. "It's true, Nami. We killed our mom." "Hey, stop it." I tried to grab Naomi. Whoa! My hand passed right through her. Nami, you must be punished too. Mommy's waiting for you. Naomi vanished, and Nami fell unconscious. Nami! I picked Nami up and hugged her. Nami looked at me in a daze. I didn't kill her, did I? I didn't kill my mom, right? Nami had finally lost it. Of course you didn't, Naomi. Nami? I keep calling her Naomi. I'm the horrible person here. Get those stupid thoughts out of your head. Believe in yourself. Nami's eyes darted about as if she was doubtful. I didn't kill her, right? Nami. I grabbed hold on Nami's shoulders. Let's assume it's all true, and you left this mansion when you were little, and you just forgot all about it until today. That means you haven't seen your mom in a decade. When could you have killed your mom? Right. You're right, Nami said, still in a daze. I was sent away from this house, wasn't I? My mom abandoned me. Why was the only one she abandoned, though? Don't be stupid. Save it for later. But she did throw me out. Everything started shaking, and Nami was screaming hysterically as she got out of her mind. Why didn't she raise me? The mansion shook. Nami? Startled, I looked straight at Nami. Nami was moving away from me. It was like some unseen force was pulling her, but she didn't scream, not even once. If anything, the look on her face was that of a child being comforted by a doting mother. Nami, where are you going? Nowhere, she's being dragged. I chased after Nami, but she disappeared into the darkness down the hallway. Nami! There was no sign of her. The mansion had stopped shaking. I spotted a door that had been opened just a crack. I tried peeking in. I forced the door open. Nami looked over at me. We killed our mom. She was acting so weird. Oh, Nami, you're acting so weird. Please stop. You're not Nami. You're Naomi. We killed our mom. Do you know how to say anything else, girl? The expression on Naomi's face didn't change. She just kept repeating the same thing. Why are you even telling me this bullshit? Where's Nami? I pressed Naomi to answer me. We killed our mom. Naomi started to cry. I heard children. We must be punished, and I have already received my punishment. You mean you're already dead, huh? The same fate must happen to Nami, because if it doesn't, Nami will experience the effects of the curse, and she will be mummified. Okay, I understand. I thought I'd get all the information I could out of her. Why did the two of you kill your mom? Because of the curse. The curse upon this state. This state? This mansion's cursed? It was built in medieval Europe, and the curse has existed since those days. Naomi spoke in a lifeless voice. At the beginning of the Meiji period, in 1868, the state was sold to a Japanese man. Then it was taken apart piece by piece, shipped to Japan, and rebuilt here. But the curse came with it, for the curse is eternal. And the curse made children kill their parents? Naomi disappeared. Wait, Naomi! I shouted, don't you leave me here. Finish the story. Then a door opened, and if it had been opened to guide me. Oh, okay. I ran into the hallway. The door before me opened without making a sound. Nami! I found Nami inside of that room. Look at how many there are. Nami suddenly pointed out of the window. Look at all those chickens. She was pointed to the garden in the back of the house. There was a row of graves. So many graves. Yeah, that's what happens when people die. The row was lined with pairs of graves. They're the graves of twins. That's right. The graves of twins who killed their mothers and were punished for it. I didn't realize exactly when she'd arrived, but Naomi was standing there with us. That is the curse of this state, the curse of this mansion that was brought here from the west. The curse that makes twins kill their parents. Is there a curse like that in Europe actually? I don't think so. Her voice was cold. On her 7th birthday, we stabbed my mom with this sword. The sword on the floor rose up, flew through the air, and fell into the palm of Nami's hand. I've already received my punishment. You need to hurry and become punished too, or the curse will mummify you. Oh, Nami and I shouted at the same time. The sword gleamed. Okay, this is too bright for me. In the light, we could see a scene of 7-year-old twin sisters stabbing their mom with the sword. The sword vanished, along with Naomi. Nami was looking totally pale. That was me. We killed our mom. Stop it, Nami. I have to hurry and receive my punishment from my mom. Nami started walking faster. Don't go, Nami. I clung to Nami to stop her. Alright, then I'm going too. I'm dying too, I guess. Don't come after me. Nami stopped, looking pale. Why not? Because I'm going to be punished. That's why I'm going with you. Duh. Being punished means I'm going to be killed by my mom. I know that, I said. So I'm going to be punished along with you. Tears came to Nami's eyes. Raccoon, don't hurt me like this. Nami ran into a nearby room. Don't run with a sword. You're going to kill yourself before your mom can kill you. Nami, I ran after her immediately. It was a strange room. On the other side of the room, there was a tile wall depicting Mother Mary with her child. Nami stood in the center of the room. This is it. This is the prayer room. I noticed 2 worn out spots on the carpet, as if someone had often kneeled there. Those spots were left by people praying. Many generations of people have kneeled here in prayer. I'm sure that my mom was one of them. Nami kneeled on the spot and positioned herself to pray. At that very instant, the air in the room had changed. I could hear children crying. Their voices seemed to come from the walls. Look at this. There was an old newspaper article stuck on the wall with a pin. The clipping was from 1869, right near the start of the Meiji era. The font used in the article was unique to that era. Mother's Twin Killings was the title of the article. It was about the unexplained murders that occurred in a mansion that had been deconstructed in the West, carried over and reconstructed. The article stated that there was an ominous legend concerning the state that even before it was reconstructed here in Japan. Any mother who lives there always gives birth to twins, and she always ends up getting killed then due to a curse. Oh. It was actually the other way around, I shouted. Naomi was lying. It was actually the mom who was cursed to kill her twins. The air in the room started to shake again. The children began to weep silently. They seemed to be trying to tell me that what I was thinking was correct. The diary. We should be able to find out more from it. We need to find her mom's diary. We headed to the mommy's room. The mommy wasn't there, but the diary had been left on the table. Oh, the page flipped open as I approached it. July 3rd. I gave birth to twins. That's where the diary started. July 4th. My children are so cute. Will the curse start up soon though? July 5th. My right hand moved to kill my children. I need my husband to tie me down. July 6th. My husband suddenly passed away. Perhaps the curse is to blame for this too. According to the diary, the mother was doing everything in her power to fight back against the curse and raise her daughters alone, despite all the problems she was having. Instead of just moving out, like, that's a possibility. Just move out and live in a smaller place. Just sell it. I don't know. July 3rd. It's their birthday today. They are growing strong, but I am not sure how long I can hold myself back from succumbing to the curse. July 7th. Oh, my hand moved to kill my children again. Nami screamed, asking why her mother didn't just leave the mansion. The diary answered her question. Mothers had tried to escape from the mansion with their twin children before. Every one of them had died a horrible death. Well, it's better for you to die than your children to die. I don't know. July 10th. I tried to kill them again, while the two of them were comparing their heights. July 15th. I can't raise them myself any longer. I'll send the two of them to an orphanage while I remain here. This way, we can beat the scores. Goodbye, Nami. My mom was trying to save me. Yeah. Parts of the ink had become blotted. The ink must have been blotted by her tears. Nami hugged the diary. But still, she had questions. Why did Mom get mummified, though? Because she defied the curse, I guess. And what about my sister? That's right. Why did Naomi die? He should have been sent to an orphanage like Nami was to get around the curse. Suddenly, I could hear Naomi's laughter. Naomi, stop. Don't go to her, Nami. Let me go. I need to find out for myself. Nami shook me away and ran out of the room. What's the problem with us going together? Nami! As I tried to move forward, a sword lashed down right before my eyes. I wasn't sure what to do about the sword. Don't mess with me. I pulled out the sword, hammered it into the wall, and chased after Nami. I might be able to use this. I took the sword and chased after Nami. Wait, Nami! Nami looked at me with terror in her eyes. Raccoon, what are you doing? Nami barely dodged as I made a hole in the wall with the sword. Raccoon, stop! Run, Nami! I shouted as I went after her, trying. Well, shit, okay. My bad, sorry. My own body was trying to kill Nami. Help! Raccoon, forgive me! Damn it! At this rate, I was going to cut Nami down. Nami, don't move! I shouted as I lashed at Nami with the sword. Run away, Nami! Wait! I shouted, though what I said didn't make any sense. Then suddenly, another sword appeared in the air. The sword in the air came slashing down at me. Oh shit! I was fighting against the same sword I was holding. If I didn't take this thing down, it was going to kill me. Raccoon, help me! Nami's voice startled me, and I took another look at what was going on. What I'd been flashing at was Nami. I've been trying to kill Nami. I never expected that I would be the one to kill Nami. No! I hold the sword aside. Nami? No! The sword fell to the floor, but not a cobra rose, lifting its head up. Then the sword flew straight from the left to right, before my very eyes. The sword, unheld by anyone, was sewn down. Ah, Raccoon! I could hear Nami scream from far away, and then my vision went black. Have I been killed? Did I die? I was enveloped by a silent darkness, and then it gradually lifted. I was in that mommy's room. A woman was sitting in a wheelchair right in front of me. She was a classy-looking lady and very beautiful. I could tell at first glance that she was Nami's mom. And what's going on here? Nami's mom was knitting something. What's happening? Then I understood what was going on. This was Nami's mom before she became a mommy. But why was I seeing this? Nami's mom didn't even seem to notice that I was there. I'm a wall! Suddenly, I realized that I've been turned into one of the walls of this room. Okay. Nami's mom continued knitting. And I could do as a wall was sit there and watch her. It appeared to be raining outside. I could hear footsteps in the hallway, and then the door opened. The person who came in was Naomi, soaking wet because of the rain. Mom, I wanted to see you again. It was a vision of the past. This was before Naomi died, and before her mom got mummified. It was being shown this scene from the wall's perspective. You must leave, Naomi, her mom implored, looking pale. Go back this instant. You cannot be here. Why, Mom? Do you hate me? I walked all the way here in the rain. It took an hour and a half to walk all the way up that mountain path at night. Naomi's voice was racked with tears. Don't do this, Naomi. You mustn't. Your presence here will only summon forth the power of the curse. You're wrong. There is no curse, Mom. I just want to see you. Naomi kneeled before her mother's wheelchair. I heard everything, Mom. I know you sent us to the orphanage to protect us. I know you got yourself into that accident intentionally, crippling yourself to the point of being physically capable of hurting us. So I want to stay by your side, Mom. I want to be the one to take care of you now. Welcome home, Naomi. With that said, I do not wish to see you. Mom, I love you, Mom. Naomi took her mom's hand and cried. Naomi's mom shook off her hand, moved the wheelchair to the door, and opened it. Get out, Naomi. I never want to see your face again. Mom. Naomi's mom cast her out and shut the door. I understand, Mom, Naomi said on the other side of the door. I'll just stay here today, in the room I stayed when I was a kid. Just let me sleep here for one night. That's all I ask. Her mom didn't respond. She only clenched the armrest of her wheelchair. Her whole body was trembling, like she was trying to hold something back. Then suddenly, the scene changed. It had turned into a wall in Naomi's room. There was an old bed there, and the grown-up Naomi was sleeping in it. That's when the door opened. Her mom entered, sitting in the wheelchair. She moved the wheelchair forward and looked down at Naomi's sleeping face. She was clutching a sword in her right hand, and she raised it up. Oh no! I was screaming in my heart. It wasn't by her own will that she had raised the sword. Even as her body tried to bring the sword down, it wasn't her intent. It was the force of the curse upon this mansion that moved her. Oh, I don't want to kill you, the mom spoke as if she could barely squeeze the words out. Naomi, run! But whether it was from being tired by the long walk, or the nostalgic feeling being back in her old bed, Nami was sleeping like a baby. Naomi! Her mother screamed with the sword raised up in the air. She was fighting. The curse was trying to bring the sword down, while her mom was fighting not to do it. It must have been taking every fiber of her being to retain control. Both of her hands trembled and as they held the sword, and sweat poured down her brow. Her face was twisted with pain. It looked like she couldn't even speak anymore. She was biting her lips so hard that they were bleeding. She was giving everything she had to fight against the power of the curse. Finally, Naomi opened her eyes. Mom! To Naomi, in that moment, it must have looked like her mom was trying to kill her. Help! Naomi shouted as she ran out of the room. I could hear Naomi scream. The scene changed again. This time, I was a wall below the stairs. Naomi had fallen down the stairs, broken her neck, and died. Her mother looked down from upstairs. Naomi, she screamed. Then somebody got up from Naomi's corpse. It was Naomi, but no, she was a ghost. She floated in the air and stood next to her mom. I'm sorry, Mom. I died without you being able to kill me, but I swear I'll make it up to you, Naomi said. I'll call my sister Nami here, and when the two of us are together, she reached out, holding the sword from earlier. I'll have you kill her with this sword. Oh, I couldn't, her mother screamed. Naomi, you mustn't do such a thing, her mom screamed in despair. I'm not going to kill anyone, even if the curse takes me for it. Tears began to pour from the mother's eyes. You're going to die then, biting your tongue. Wind blew through the mansion, and the sound of laughter echoed from nowhere in particular. She screamed. In the strong wind, her mom breathed out white smoke as she changed into nothing but skin and bones, and her hair turned white. Nami's mom had been transformed into a mummy, and then the scene went dark. Okay, it was very camp. I remained there, still in the darkness. Come on, Nami, let's go. I could hear Naomi's voice. Mom's waiting for us. Yes, Naomi, Nami replied. Naomi was going to let Nami to the mummy. Don't go, Nami, I tried to say, but I was unable to speak. It was pitch black all around me. We killed our mom, didn't we? Nami's voice faded away. She's wrong. You didn't do it, Nami. I struggled, but it was all for naught. There in the darkness, I suddenly felt a disgusting presence. It was the spirit of the mansion. Even though I wasn't able to make a sound, I screamed in the only way that I could to the spirit. Damn you! You turned me into a wall, and now you're trying to kill Nami? Indeed I am. The spirit responded to me in much the same way, in words without a voice. The twins that are born here will kill their mother. This is the curse that I have cast. Who in the hell are you? I am the original owner of this mansion, the spirit replied. In the forest or Borgogne, whatever that is, in the year 1800s, I believe I gave birth to twin princesses here in this mansion. Later on, I was stabbed to death by the two of them with my own sword. They killed me because they lost over my position of authority. I was dead, and yet I wasn't dead, but I had placed a curse on this mansion and on this sword. Wait, that makes no sense though. The girls wouldn't be able to hold any position of power. It's Europe, and it's the 1800s. That's not how it works. A curse that would lead the twins to kill their mothers? That's right. I started with my two daughters. I had them each bear twins, and each pair of twins killed their mothers. You got your revenge then. So why does the curse still exist? Because greed and hatred still exist in the human heart. The same greed and hatred that my two daughters felt are what is keeping the curse alive. The presence of the spirit was gone, and the darkness around me gradually became brighter. I was now a wall in the second floor hallway. Naomi was leading Nami as they walked to the other side. Each of them were holding a bouquet of hypericums. The sealed door squeaked open. Nami and Naomi disappeared into that room. Was Nami going to be killed by her mom, the mummy, in there? Nami, Nami, Nami! All I could do was keep shouting her name, in a voice that I could not be heard, shedding tears of regret that could not fall, and sobbing with breath I couldn't breathe. And then, the wheelchair appeared. There was no mummy on it, just an empty wheelchair. It charged forward at me, but since I was a wall, there was no way for me to dodge it. The wheelchair got busted into pieces. Something strange had happened. I was now standing in front of the wall. I wasn't a wall anymore. I was myself again. Somehow, the wheelchair breaking itself against me must have set me free. Sure. You know what? Sure. Nami! I ran to the room that had been sealed off. Nami! The sealed room remained shut down tight, like it was before. I tried to force it open, but it wouldn't even budge. Open the door, Nami! I remembered what the wheelchair had done, and I slammed my body into the door as hard as I could. I got knocked back, but then the door suddenly became transparent. I could see into the room, and I could hear voices too. Nami and Naomi were kneeling there. The mummy was seated on a large chair, right in front of the two of them. They seemed to have already started performing a ceremony. It is time. Let us receive our punishment from our mom, Naomi said. Right. The two of us killed our mom, after all, Nami replied. The curse of the mansion must be what was making them kill her, just like the twin princesses who killed the queen. It's time, Mom. Naomi and Nami joined hands and said to their mom in unison, Please punish us. And with that, the sword at his side began to glow. The sword emitted a low-frequency sound, and began to float in the air, landing in the hands of their mummified mom. Their mom, the mummy, started to shake as if pressured by the sword. Oh. The mummy began to groan as it stood up, and Naomi and Nami bowed before her. The mummy slowly raised the sword into the air. Stop! Oh no, Nami's mom loved her daughter so much, but she wasn't going to beat that curse in the end, was she? Stop it! Please stop! The mummy hit the sword down. No. The mummy's hands were still frozen in the air. One force was trying to bring the sword all the way down, while another was fighting to keep it up. There, inside of the mummy's body, was a battle between the power of the curse and the power of love. I saw it then. Inside the hollow sockets of the mummy's eyes was blood. She was crying tears of blood. Nami, cry out for your mom. I barely managed to get her to hear me. Look at her, Nami. Your mom is trying to save your life. Nami gasped and looked up at her mom. Mom? She could see her mom's bloody tears. Mom! The mummy still held the sword in place, trembling. I love you, Mom, Nami screamed out of her heart. And at that moment, the mummy began shining and then burst into pieces. The transparent door was blown open. Nami! I ran over to her. Raccoon! Naomi fell to the floor, turned into shadows and vanished. We need to run, Nami. I let her out of here. Of course, the suit of armor appears now. The suit of armor appeared before us. Whoa! Look out, Raccoon! The suit of armor unsheathed its sword and came rushing at me, but I had no weapons or powers to use against it. I don't care what happened to me. I rushed with the suit of armor, hoping to save Nami's life, at the very least. We're not gonna die here yet, said, still holding on to each other. The two of us rambled to the suit of armor at full speed. The suit of armor wouldn't even budge. Ah! It flung its large arms around, coming for us, but something was off about it. The suit of armor started spewing some sort of yellow steam from its whole body as it took two or three more steps in our direction. Then the suit simply collapsed. The steam coming out of it changed to a bluish color. From the scattered pieces of the suit of armor, that green cat stepped up. Its eyes flashed at us, and then it disappeared. That green cat? Was that the physical manifestation of the curse? Oh. Where did that come from? Explosions started happening all over the place. Hurry! By the time we made it down the stairs, the entrance hall had already erupted in flames. We'll go out the back. I grabbed Nami's arm and ran. Ah! A flaming pillar fell to the ground, separating us. Are you okay, Nami? The air was thick with black smoke and heat. It was hard to breathe. I couldn't even open my eyes. I can't take it anymore, Raccoon. I reached my hand out to her voice. Don't say that. We're gonna make it through this alive. Sorry, I'm having a horrible time reading with this in the background. For your mom's sake. For Naomi's too. Suddenly, at that moment, there was a bright light. Ugh. It was a golden light, shining just beyond the flames and the smoke. I couldn't bring myself to open my eyes, but I could still see it somehow. I could believe in it. Whatever. That way. I aimed for the light, holding onto Nami's hand as we ran. Oh, the air around us had suddenly changed. It seemed like we'd made it out of the bag. We made it out, Nami. The boiler was about to explode. We had to get a little farther away from the house, so we kept running. The wind struck my cheeks. I was finally able to open my eyes a little, although they still stung from all of the smoke. I turned around to see how far we'd run from the mansion. Not enough, you can see it. It's falling apart. The house where I was born and raised. My sister's house. My mom's house. The wind was blowing. It was cold and refreshing. It made me think clearly again, and so I breathed the fresh air in deep. Nami, like me, was taking deep breaths of it. Far away from us, with its back to the darkness, was the blackened mountain of the brisk. My vision had become clear enough to see that the mansion had burned completely to the ground. If you hadn't pulled me along, Rakan, I'm sure that I. Nami looked at me, and then she softly whispered, "Thank you." No, it wasn't me, I said. The light guided me. The light? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was your mom's light. Either hers or maybe my sister's, right? Hey, did we get a good ending actually? Let's go! We did it! We didn't kill Nami this time! We looked out at the night sky. It looks so beautiful. Oh, Nami said in a quiet voice. Do not sepia built. From the burning rubble, we could see something shining rise up to the heavens. There was one, no, two. Mom, Naomi, Nami whispered. Thank you, and goodbye. Yay, she lived! She lived! We did it! We won Otogirisou! We made it! We didn't kill her this time. Let's go! We got the good ending! I don't know how we're going home, but whatever! We didn't kill our girlfriend this time! We did it! You know what? I'm going to take a short break and I'll be back just in a second while I leave the credits roll. Okay? Be right back. I'm going to mute the mic. Made in 1992 by Chunsoft Corporation. Chunsoft. Try again if you want to. I already got the good ending, so I'm not trying again. We already managed to get Nami back to her family, all safe. We were a horrible boyfriend again, but that's fine. You know, at least she lived, and now she can, move on, get a better boyfriend, and never have to see us again. Which good for her. It is what she deserves. A better boyfriend. I was trying to look for the. Let me just move to another one. Over here. I was trying to look for the pamphlet that I got from the game. I was trying to see if I could find it so I could share it with you. Otogirisou, not this one. Otogirisou, not this one. Where do I have? Where is it? I have it somewhere over here. Or I used to, at least. Maybe I lost it. Oh well, whatever. I give up immediately. It's not here. This is not it. And this is not it. Weird. I thought it was this one. Ah, yeah, it is this one. Okay. So I did find this English translated Famicom guide, the instruction manual. Let me see if I can share it over here. We'll change this to where is it? Let me just not this one, okay. So it's the same. Let me see. Let me make another one. An image. Let's just name whatever. Over here. This one. Okay, this is gigantic, but let me try move it all the way down. Put it here. Let's make it a bit bigger. There we go. The instruction manual. So that's what this is how I found out that there's multiple endings. And there's also photos of the original mansion that they used as a as inspiration, which is it's very cool. And they explain to you what is a sound novel. Welcome to the world of Otogirisou, like because this is 1992. People were like, we don't know what video games are. It just came out. And then you have, what is a sound novel? A sound novel is a new world in the Super Famicom software library, brought to you by Chunsoft. As the name suggests, it's a novel with sounds added. Power it on and start reading, just as you might read on one of your favorite books. Scenery and pictures, powerful stereo sound, multi-scenario system. This is nice because being 1992, usually stories were like super direct. So having something that it actually changes quite a lot from the original, like the first one that we did here, it's very cool. it has the autosave function that read you just read to a certain amount and then just went, oh, it just close, it just auto saves, you don't have to worry about it, you don't have to start all over again from the very beginning. This is how they explain to you the story of the flower and where the inspiration got. Like it's a real plant actually, and there's a creepy story about about the plant, and so we just went along with it. They didn't train my visual novel yet. I think it was because it wasn't exactly more visual. They just wanted for it to be like more focused on the sound because usually horror needs a lot of music and sounds to actually make it scary, you know? This is from the author, Nagasaka Shuke, from 1991. This production will take people's breath away. I can say that with confidence. As someone who writes scripts for TV dramas, video games have always been something as a promised land, a new American continent. Well, let's make it a bit bigger so it is easy for you guys to read. I thought to myself, oh, if only I could make a drama using that medium. I wanted to do it before anyone else. To be Columbus, to be that first pioneer, to make something that would shift software as we have known it from having gameplay as its core to having drama at its core. I dreamed about what sort of dramas I could tell through the medium of gaming software. It was it was an exciting dream to have. If it could be done, then it would alter the course of gaming history. But it did. It actually did. Not the Columbus shit, that's very racist colonial shit, but like visual novels and sound novels did a lot for the for the gaming scene. So it's nice to read about it. Like, from 1991, that's more than 30 years away. The medium of gaming somewhere can excite and move people in unprecedented ways to a far greater extent than modern TV, movies, and books have. That's what fired me up about this project. I wasn't alone. I had the brightest minds working with me, the people who brought the legendary Dragon Quest to life while lending me their support. We made it happen. The best team in Japan, the smartest people working together in combination with some dramatic writing, and it happened. I have faith that it would, and reality now reflects that. Otogirisou, which you now hold in your hands, is our first collaboration, and it is a piece of art that we present to you with the utmost confidence. There's a second video game for Otogirisou. I don't know if it's the same guy who wrote it, I just know that it exists. And this is just explaining to you how to play the game. Um, it's just super cool. The reading mode, advancing test, making choices, confirming choices, turning back, new entry mode. Then you have this. This is what I saw. Selection screen, A and B, and then you go to the same end, you get to the B ending, and then you go to the selection screen, you start again, and you have more actions, and then you get the other ending, and then you open up the game again, you put it up, you get more endings, which is very cool. But I think stopping at 2 is fine, mostly because we already got the best ending. It was, getting Nami to go back home and be safe and be happy. Loki miss this kind of stuff when buying games, having a little book explaining stuff or introducing the lore characters. Yes, I do miss that a lot. Like, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 had it, the Famicom had it, the SNES had it. For some time, the DS had it. Like, I remember buying very early Nintendo DS games, and they had the booklet with all the characters, how to play, and sometimes you would get even little hints on what to do on the game and how to play it. And it's a shame that it's now just a piece of plastic with a smaller piece of plastic inside. and that's all you get. And if you want a fully developed story, you need to buy the DLC, and you need to keep paying to get everything. But no, look at this little game from 1992 that has multiple endings, and it is a big, you know, it's not scary. It's more like fun. It's funny. It's campy, but it's nice, and you can replay multiple times and get different endings and make different choices and see a lot of different new things that you wouldn't have seen if only stayed for like one run. And games nowadays don't really do that anymore. It's kind of sad, but it is what it is. Sadly, the gaming industry just likes money nowadays. Just getting new stuff out the faster, the quickest, the easiest, and let's move on to the next one and things like that. We live in a society, correct? We live in a society. But yeah, it was a lot shorter than the first one, a lot faster. I think we'll come back to Otogirisou, but like in a few weeks maybe. Next week we're going to have Fatal Frame again, and then I think we're going to play Yearwalk, which is not as old as this game. It was a 2013, 2014 game. It's a horror game, so we'll just keep on Brian for a little while, and then I'll try and play something else that is that much focused on horror. Which Otogirisou wasn't, but so I don't just end up playing every horror game that is available right now. Just to branch out a little bit. I have Persona 3, but I'm thinking to play it later after we finish Fatal Frame 1, so I don't go directly into Fatal Frame 2. The children young for RPG Maker horror games, yeah. I could play maybe I don't know an RPG Maker horror. I don't think I know Eep, but I never played Eep myself. Maybe I could buy it. I think it's on Steam right now. I should be able to get that. Other RPG games. I'm not a fan of Mad Father. I know, Sacrilegious. I don't really care for that game. Sorry. I do like Misao. Maybe Misao. First Eep, and then Misao and Yumeniki maybe. Yumeniki isn't exactly horror, but it should be on Steam. A lot of RPG games are on Steam. Yeah. The thing is, I need to look it up and get it. I have some other horror games that I want to play. I have Lorelei and the Lizard Eyes. It sounds kind of weird and out of place. I think that would be fun to play. So yeah, I think I'm going to end the stream here. My throat isn't fully healed right even now, so it will be better if I just lay down for a bit, let it rest, and come back on, what is it, in 2 days? Yeah, 2 days for Fatal Frame. It will be a longer stream. It will be like 3 hours or so. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll be uploading the vote on here on Twitch for a couple of days, and then it will be permanent on my YouTube, which is the exact same name as my Twitch account. So if you want to check that out, it will be there on YouTube, already and available in like an hour, more or less. But yeah, thank you guys. I'll see you in 2 days.